Leija told us that he underestimated Oscar De La Hoya when he fought him. Walked right into his big left hand.
Hasn't made the same mistake here tonight. Smart fighter learns from experience. Letterman gives another round to Mosley. It's a shutout on Harold's card so far. Low blow by Shane this time.
Okay, I got you. Must sure you keep him up. Okay, you all right? How you feel? You all right? Okay, let's go. That's good.
That quick, Leija has been able to make Shane Mosley get away from what his dad told him. That's what you want to do. Do something to get him away from his direction. Good left hook by Leija that time. Caught a right hand in exchange, though.
Partially blocked, but Mosley has done some serious damage to the body in this round. He's landed 2 hard lefts and 2 hard rights to the body, and that created the opening for the right hand that ultimately puts Jesse James Leija down. And it is scored as a knockdown.
7.
You know, I didn't think it was a knockdown. Looked to me like he was going backwards, fell into the ropes, and then after he was in the ropes, Mosley hit him.
Yeah, but I think Mosley had landed a big enough right hand in driving him back there that it convinced referee Eddie Cotton to call it a knockdown.
I think that's exactly what happened, Jim.
Shane, that's close. That's close. Okay, I don't want to have to tell you again. Look, I don't want to have to tell you again, okay? All right?
Shane's well aware that it's the body punishment that set up that right hand. He wants to go back there.
And another thing, his dad told him to get low a little bit. He may have to just stand up a little higher when he throws that left hook. May not be good. Whoa, with a right hand. May not be a good idea to bend down and get low with it. Just let it go from your height.
These are whistling right hands by Mosley, and Leija is shying away from the damage at this point.
Yeah, this guy, Shane Mosley, goes right to the body.
2 quick left hooks. Leija totally on the defensive. Now he lands a big right hand.
Boy, that Leija really has some
good body combination by Leija.
Courage. Great courage by Jesse James Leija. You were going to say he has cojones, Larry?
I would like you to say, yes.
He has cojones. All of his fans in Texas know what we mean. Sugar Shane busting him to the body again as they come down the stretch of round 6. It's been a huge round for Shane Mosley, who was credited with the first knockdown of the fight, but also was twice warned for low blows by Eddie Cotton, so you have to assume that the next low blow by Mosley would cost him a point.
Okay, when you get him hurt, Shane, take your time, aim at your target. You got him hurt, aim at your target. Don't start getting out of control, okay? Take a deep breath. Please that water.
Start with those punches. I want 3, 4 punches. Here, 3, 4. Pick your hands up. Keep them high. Keep your elbows high. Keep your elbows tight. Round 7, huh?
Let's take a look at the knockdown, Larry, and give us another interpretation.
All right, here you see the big right hand right there that stunned Leija momentarily. And now as they wrestle and push back, you can see that it was pushing that got him there and a punch that kept him there.
Right on the money.
As a professional fighter, Leija has done himself some good where others are turning around and marching in the opposite direction from Mosley. Leija is here. Big purse for him, $250,000, and he's making the most of it.
Well, I think what we see from Leija tonight suggests that he would have had an excellent chance of beating Gabe Ruelas last month if he had gotten the fight for which he was originally scheduled in before he hurt his ribcage.
Yep. But to his credit, he's taking this outstanding young fighter on, getting shut out and beaten up, but not without a fight.
Gabriel Ellis ultimately was beaten last month by John Brown, the man who stepped in for Leija, and I think, you know, you got to look at Leija tonight and say, well, he would have done well too. And Mosley is a much more difficult opponent.
Hooks to the back.
And he's going to get penalized for that. That's an injustice. Eddie Cotton couldn't even see that one.
Time out. All right, look. That was here. No. That's the goal. Well, look, I'm taking a point. We got 1 point. Slow ball. We got 1 point.
Low or legal, George? What'd you think?
Really close, but I would give it the body shot because it was clean. It did touch the body some.
I thought it was a clean body shot.
I thought so too.
And since Mosley was between Leija and Cotton, I don't know how Cotton could have called that.
I think he was guessing. Harold, half the glove was above the waistband, half the glove was below.
Jim, let me tell you something. Jesse James Leija is wearing those trunks high. The defining line is the belly button. You can't see his belly button, and neither can I. When Shane Mosley hit him in the body, it was perfectly legal because he hit him on that waistband, and the waistband is in illegal territory because he's wearing those trunks so high.
It's all going to be a moot point if Leija continues to take the kind of punishment upstairs that he's taken in the last 2 rounds. Mosley is gradually solving this puzzle, George.
Yeah. And the referees had been doing a good job up until then, so you kind of want to lean and think, well, maybe he thought something anyway.
Well, he had seen the progression of low blows earlier and didn't want it to get out of hand. That's a good instinct. Leija continues to show his courage. Mosley continues to hammer him over the top with right hands and left hooks. And then occasionally to drop down and do the same to Leija's body.
Yeah, there's a cut on Leija, on the, either it's the bridge of Leija's nose or it's over toward the left eye. Can't tell yet.
I think it might be the left eye.
And catching that right hand clean.
Yeah, at first Mosley was landing the right hand over and over to the top of Leija's head. But in the last couple of rounds, he's managed to get him around the eyes and on the cheekbones.
And he's keeping his eyes on his opponent now.
It's all right. It's all right. You're doing great. You're doing great. What you got to do is go. Okay, you're doing great. He's got a hard head, so that's, you know, you just got.
You're standing still too long. You throw it and you're standing there. You gotta move it up, okay? You listen, you gotta start moving. We gotta work with you. We're going 1, 2, 3, and we stop right now. Now what you you're getting behind. Punch. Water, Leo. Step in and punch. Mouthpiece. Come on. Let me work. Let me work. Come on, Joe. Time wasting. No, we got it. We got it.
Remember, worry about trying to knock him out, but if you get him hurt, take advantage of it.
8 rounds.
All right?
8 rounds.
8 rounds.
Let's see if this was a low blow. Right on the border, trunks high, clean blow.
So he loses the point that he had gained by knocking Leija down in the preceding round, and maybe there's a form of justice in that. You see there, Harold Letterman still with Shane Mosley well ahead. By CompuBox punch stat numbers, it's a wipeout now. Mosley landing 100 more punches in the fight than has Leija, much of the margin having been accumulated in the last 2 rounds.
Moses got the same spring in his feet that he had in the first round, this round.
He's a well-conditioned fighter, no bad habits, loves to be in the gym. Fought September in New York, as we mentioned. He was out of the gym for about a week and a half and then stepped right back in to prepare for this fight. And his sparring sessions are legendary on the West Coast because Shane, through the early portions of his professional career and even back in his amateur days, has sparred with some of the biggest names in the sport.
Now Leija is no longer carrying the fight at all. He's just waiting to catch and protect himself.
Shane sparred for this fight with the well-known middleweight Obakar.
He's a welterweight, Jim.
Excuse me, welterweight. Thank you, Larry.
That little left uppercut hook seems to open up the cut even